Hello friends, welcome back to India for IAS. This is Manjunath Mudod. Hope all of you are doing well. So topic of this video is methane mitigator. This topic falls under GS3 paper environment and ecology. Environment and ecology. So in this video we are going to study about what is methane, what is its consequences or effects on environmental pollution, especially it is called as methane pollution. Then what are methane mitigators, especially focusing on methanotrophs. So this topic is important with respect to prelims 2025 and also for KAS 2024. ಸೊ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ PIB ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಮಿಟಿಗೇಟರ್ ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕಲ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಮಿಟಿಗೇಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಅವಶ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ. So now we will briefly study the methane pollution. So methane is a potent greenhouse gas. So it is a greenhouse gas and it has ability to contribute to the global warming. So this in turn has an impact on climate change. So the global warming potential of methane is 20 times greater than CO2 over a 100-year period. For example, if CO2 in a 100-year, if it can contribute to 1 unit in global warming, then methane, it can contribute in a 100-year, it can contribute 25 times more than the carbon dioxide. So because of that, the environmentalists, they are worried about the methane pollution, because if there is an increase in the methane being released to the atmosphere, then this global warming, it is going to increase further, which can ultimately lead to the drastic climate changes. Then coming to the sources of methane, there are methane can be emitted to the environment from both natural sources and anthropogenic sources. Natural sources of methane are wetlands like lakes, ponds, rivers, marshlands, then oceans. So these are the natural sources of the methane. Coming to anthropogenic sources, that is man-made sources, the major contributors are agriculture fields, especially paddy fields, bhattada gadde. So these are always in paddy fields, the water is always stagnated. So this causes the production of methane. Then within agriculture, second major is livestock. So livestock means the cattle and sheep and goats, they also release methane. Then the second major contributor is burning of the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels means petroleum and diesel products. So while extracting these fossil fuels, there are fugitive emissions of methane while extracting the petroleum and diesel products from the oil and gas fields. Then the coal mining, during coal mining also methane is released to the environment. So methane is also released to the environment during coal mining processes. Then the third major contributor is landfills. Landfills means the waste, that municipal waste, household waste that is being dumped. So there what happens, the anaerobic process, decomposition, not digestion, anaerobic decomposition happens. So this releases the methane to the environment. So now we have briefly studied what is methane, sources of methane, and its impact on global warming and climate change. So because of this, the environmentalists, they are concerned about the degradation of the methane in the paddy fields or in the environment, or they are also adopting mitigation and adaptation strategy to reduce the methane pollution in the environment. So one of the novel discovery in this direction is Methanotrophs. Methanotrophs means methane eating bacteria. So these methane eating bacteria, they oxidize methane into CO2. So these bacteria, they oxidize methane into CO2 and H2O, so that they will decrease the potentiality of the global warming by at least 24 times. Why? Because methane, it has 25 times more global warming potential than CO2. So by converting methane to CO2, so these bacteria, they help in contributing or reducing the global warming potential by 24 times. So in this direction, the scientist from India, that is Dr. Monali Rahalkar and her team at MACH Agarkar Research Institute, they, under the sponsorship of Department of Science and Technology, recently discovered a Methanotrophs, that is methane eating bacteria, called as Methylococcumis oryzae. So this bacteria, it is a methane eating bacteria, and it is the first bacteria species to be discovered in the world which can degrade the methane in natural conditions. So this bacteria, it has been discovered in rice fields. Here we can see the rice and paddy fields, wetlands, and a stone quarry at Vetal Tedki Hill in Pune. So this has been discovered in Pune, especially at three places. One is rice field, another one is wetlands, another one is stone quarry at Tegdi Hill, Pune. One more interesting feature about this Methanotrophs is phylogenetically it is unique. That means there are no other strains reported globally or cultured globally. So this is the first time in the world that is being discovered and cultured. Cultured means it is grown in laboratory. So this is first time in the world, that too in India. So it is one of the India's biggest discovery, we can say. So now we will briefly look into the agricultural impact of the methanotroph, that recently discovered methane eating bacteria. So it has a lot of benefits to rice cultivation. Since it is discovered in paddy field, it has a lot of benefit in paddy cultivation or rice cultivation. It promotes the rice plant growth. So it releases some hormones, or we can say enzymes, which promote the rice cultivation, and it induces early flowering in rice, and it increases the grain yield. So these are the benefits, and this has demonstrated effectiveness in pot experiments with Indrayani rice variety. So this has been cross verified using Indrayani rice variety in pots in the laboratories. So this is all about methane mitigator, that is methanotroph, that is methane eating bacteria, that is recently discovered in India. Its features and its impact and its contribution to the environmental or in reducing methane pollution. So based on the topic that we have discussed so far, that is methanotroph, Methylococcumis oryzae. So here we have provided one prelims practice question. This question contains three statements. Go through all the three statements and comment your answer. The answer and detailed explanation for this question is available in the PDF handout, which you can download by joining our Telegram channel. This PDF also contains the detailed notes of this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.